What's up everyone? Today I want to show you the McRocklin Suite by PolyChromeDSP, a brand new player in the Amp Guitar Sim plugin game. Let's check it out. If you don't know Thomas McLaughlin, aka McRocklin, you should definitely check him out here on YouTube. He currently is one of my favorite guitar players on the internet. I think his playing is really inspiring. I feel like he is playing what I always wanted to play on a higher level of guitar, and I really dig it. And for 2023 he bought us the McRocklin Suite, which is a very diverse plugin for many uses. So let's dive in. Just as a disclaimer, I got the plugin for free and I'm being paid by PolyChromeDSP to make this video, but all of the words and my thoughts are my very own. So let's get cracking. Now, since this is a very new plugin, I want to spend a bit more time explaining it to you, because it's not as obvious, maybe, at first glance, like the Noodle DSP stuff. Because the UI is different in that sense that there is no 3D model of an amp being shown. Because, let's face it, this has nothing to do with like a physical amplifier with tubes in it and stuff. So why not? I think I really like this approach, and I think it looks really modern, up to date and futuristic. So let's dive in. First of all, up here is your amplifier section. So you have 4 amplifiers to choose from. Acoustic, which even has 4 more profiles. Clean, Edge, which is more like crunch, which has an additional boost, and gain. Down here is shown what you have selected in this row. So right now, let's start at the beginning. These are the pre-effects, which are in front of the amplifier section. There's a heat presser, which is a boost compressor type of thing, and a synth octaver, with the octave being 1 below. Next, there's the drive pedals section with many drives to choose from. You have the attacker, which is, I would say, the most modern of the 4. The shredder, which is, I believe so, a tube screamer type of thing. Then the riffer, which is more vintage and it's really nice for thicker, fuzzier tones. And last but not least, there's the viber, which gives you a bit more flexibility with the EQ. Next, there's the speaker chains or cab IRs. All the amps have their different chains, so every amp has 5 different IRs specifically made for that amplifier. There's none for the acoustic, because otherwise you wouldn't get these sparkling piezo type of cleans, What I would add in version 1.1, I think, is, not for me personally per se, but I think for other people this would be a plus, is the possibility to load in your own cab IRs. For me personally, I'm fine with this. I get along with these just fine, but maybe some other people want more flexibility and just use their own. Additionally, have these knobs where you can add air, so like, sort of presence and resonance, so body, to your speaker. And you can even start to already mix your sound in the plugin, which is really nice. And also the next thing, the EQs also help you mix the sound already in the plugin. You have 2 equalizers to choose from, a 4-band and an 8-band with sliders. So that's really nice. Also visually very cool. Last but definitely not least, there are 3 delays. stereo, a Pong, and a grain delay. Really, really nice to build atmospheres in combination with the reverbs. Shop, Space, and Dreams. We're going to check them out in a minute. There's a chorus, very, very important for these 80s tones, and a compressor. Just to finish it off, up here is your input and output level. There's a noise gate, and there's wide button here, which is comparable to the doubler. If you are used to Neewer DSP plugins, for example, it just widens your signal, makes it more, alive and in the room, like in a 3D space. There is no additional latency when you turn this on, so it's really, really nice. And last but not least, a very nice visual touch is this circle that you see here, which lights up depending on what sound you're currently playing and how loud you're playing, and it's just such a cool way to represent sound visually. So it changes colors with different amps. Yeah, I think that's very cool. Also, I've come across this by accident. If you go over the McRocklin logo, that's a nice touch. Now, before we dive in, if I have one critique for this plugin, I am missing a tuner. I am missing a tuner in this plugin because otherwise you wouldn't have to leave the plugin when using it in standalone. So that's something I would like to see for version 1.1, a tuner. It's not that hard to add that. So yeah, that will be my only concern with this plugin. But so far, I'm really happy. And maybe as you heard in the beginning and the intro song, I'm really digging this and it's so inspiring. So this is the sound that you get when you load up the plugin, and it's ready to rock, I can tell you that. Okay, my hands are cold while I was talking to you. So, what I want to do is just basically show you a couple of presets, and there are many, many of them. Just take a look. Yeah, it's pretty insane. I'm going to be honest with you, rather than like really dialing in the tones from scratch myself, I was just browsing the presets and getting inspired by those and just tweaking them a little, because there's so many to choose from. I think it's really cool. You can just browse through them and see what comes up with this. And I think that's very important to just, you don't even have to bother about, dialing in all the details. That's something I can do at a later stage, but it's really nice to just get going and write music. And that's what I love about this. So I saved some of the presets that I used for that little song. So here's a clean that I used for the intro. Really, really 80s. I really love that sound. I love this. Sorry, I can't stop smiling. It's so good. Something funky, if you feel so. That's so good! This is one of the presets that I use to create a background ambience, which I think is really nice. So as you can tell, this plugin is awesome if you are a fan of big soundscapes, because I think that is really, really the strong point of this. Next up is the rhythm tone that I dialed in for those rhythm sections. So I had no problem in finding a sound that I'm happy with. I think this is really nice and crunchy, still tight, modern sounding, really like it. One of the solo presets I use. Let's stay at the rhythm preset for a minute, because I want to show you the drives, for example, and some other stuff. So for that, I used the attacker and the riffer at the same time. So this is without them. Nice and dry. Very nice and tight and dry sound to start with. I really like these types of, high gain, which are still dry and attacky. So with the attacker, it sounds like this. And now with the riffer, what I added is some more fuzz and just dirt. Let's take a look at the speaker section, maybe. Let's see. I think I even prefer this one. So you won't have any problems in finding the right IR for your mix. I think these are diverse enough and still good sounding, each and every one of these. Nice. So the resonance and air that I was talking about sounds like this. So if you have the need to brighten the sound without adding the presence or just a different kind of brightness to fill your mix, it's all there. This was the second solo preset, which I also really dig. So let's come back to the Battlefront preset. I want to show you the time-based effects on this. These are the different reverbs. So Shop is a bit more bright. Bit tighter, but still big sounding. Dream is definitely my favorite, and it's what it says. Alright everyone, I could go on for hours talking about this and show you all the presets and all the sounds. That's it for now. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. A special thanks goes out to my Patreons for supporting me and my channel, what I do here. Thank you so much guys. Check out the PolyChromeDSP McRocklin Suite for yourself. I really like it. I want to make just, biggest dreamscapes and whatnot. Definitely a nice tool to use when creating music, and I think that is always what matters the most about something like this, and it's fun. Thanks to everyone who made it this far into the video. You're awesome, and I will see you next time.